Victories. The first sip hits different when you take the time to taste a stranger's smile in passing that you almost let go to waste. The playlist that surprises with the song you'd long forgot. These little bursts of sunshine in the mundane that we've got. Fresh sheets on Sunday evening, windows open to the breeze. The satisfaction of a task checked off with perfect ease. A message from an old friend just to say they're thinking of you. The world is full of small delights if we let them break through. These tiny victories, these gentle sparks, light up the ordinary, illuminate the dark. In moments between the chaos and the noise, we find our reasons, we reclaim our joys. So I'll collect these fragments, string them like a crown, 'cause happiness is hiding in the details all around. The way my favorite sweater fits like it was made for me. How sunset paints the buildings in a color symphony. When strangers hold the door, or when the light turns green just right. These minor celebrations make the heavy feel more light. I'm learning that contentment isn't one big perfect dream, but rather all these instances collected in between. The grand gestures and milestones that we're taught to celebrate, while missing all the beauty in the small and subtle gray. These tiny victories, these gentle sparks, light up the ordinary, illuminate the dark. In moments between the chaos and the noise, we find our reasons, we reclaim our joy. So I'll collect these fragments, string them like a crown, 'cause happiness is hiding in the details all around. Every small delight I find reminds me to be kind. Sunlight through the kitchen, steam rising from my cup. The sound of distant laughter as the neighborhood wakes up. Nothing grand or special, just another day. But there's magic in the ordinary if I choose to stay. Conversations flowing over plates of simple food. The comfortable silence that only closeness understood. These moments aren't remarkable to anyone but me, but they're the ones I'll treasure when I'm old and free. In the quiet blessings of an unremarkable day, there's a beauty that the chaos tries to steal away. Every gentle morning, every peaceful night, these are the riches hiding right in plain sight. So I hold these simple treasures close and never let them fade, 'cause ordinary gold is how the finest lives are made. Walking through familiar streets I walked 1,000 times, finding something different in the sameness of the lines. The way the evening settles, how the lamplight glows, proof that repetition doesn't mean we'll never grow. I used to chase excitement, thought contentment was a trap, but now I know that peace is drawn upon this quiet map of routines and rituals that anchor me to now, of finding celebration in a simple sacred how, and the quiet blessings of an unremarkable day. There's a beauty that the chaos tries to steal away. Every gentle morning, every peaceful night, these are the riches hiding right in plain sight. So I'll hold these simple treasures close and never let them fade, 'cause ordinary gold is how the finest lives are made. Sunlight through the kitchen, sunlight through the kitchen, sunlight through the kitchen, sunlight through the kitchen. Sunlight through the kitchen, sunlight through the kitchen, sunlight through the kitchen, sunlight through the kitchen. Sunlight through the kitchen, sunlight through the kitchen, sunlight through the kitchen, sunlight through the kitchen. Sunlight through the kitchen, sunlight through sunlight through sunlight through the kitchen, sunlight sunlight through the kitchen, sunlight through the kitchen, sunlight through the kitchen, sunlight through the kitchen. Sunlight through the kitchen, sunlight through the kitchen. the sunlight through the kitchen. Sunlight through the kitchen. Sunlight through the kitchen. Sunlight, sunlight, woke up to the sound of drops, the world outside in soft gray stops. Traffic slows, umbrellas bloom, petals opening in the gloom. A city wears a different face, everything falls into place. On days like this I find my calm, rain becomes a gentle balm. Children jumping over puddles, couples huddled close in cuddles. Shop windows fogged and blurred, conversations barely heard. The rhythm of the falling rain washes away my hidden pain. Something pure about this gray, permission just to stay away. Let it pour, let it fall, cleansing tears over all. Every drop a small release, bringing unexpected peace. In this symphony of water, we're not meant to run for cover, just exist within the shower. Treasure this suspended hour. Suspended hour. Suspended hour. Steam rises from the pavement, warm as afternoon gives way to storm. The thunder rolls like distant drums, nature's show for everyone. I pour myself another cup, watch the water level up in puddles forming on the street. Reflections making life complete. The smell of earth, white concrete, dancing to a softer beat. Wipers keeping steady time, windshield rivers, paradigm of how the chaos finds its flow. How the gentle overthrow the rush and noise we think we need. Rain teaches us to just concede. Let it pour, let it fall, cleansing tears over all. Every drop a small release, bringing unexpected peace. In this symphony of water, we're not meant to run for cover, just exist within the shower. Treasure this suspended hour. Raindrops fade to gentle mist, grateful for moments like standing at the edge of everything I've known, holding on to fears that tell me not to go. But something deep inside is pulling me ahead, whispering that courage lies beyond the dread. The map is blank, no guarantees in sight, but staying safe feels like a slower kind of fight. So I'll trade comfort for the fire in my chest, and trust that falling's just another kind of test. Here I go into uncharted pages, writing stories that belong to braver ages. Every step's a leap, every breath's a choice, finding strength in my own trembling voice. The future's mine to claim, mine to make, so I'll begin again for my own sake. There'll be storms and there'll be nights I question why, but regret would haunt me more than any alibi. I'm done with playing small, done with standing still. Time to climb a mountain just to prove I will. The voices in my head that say I'm not enough for drowning in the sound of dreams that call my bluff. So here's to bridges burned and chapters turned, to every single lesson that I finally learned. Here I go into uncharted pages, writing stories that belong to braver ages. Every step's a leap, every breath's a choice, finding strength in my own trembling voice. The future's mine to claim, mine to make, so I'll begin again for my own sake. Footsteps steady now, I'm on my way. Tomorrow starts with today. Tuesday afternoon at 3, you sat across the room from me. Cappuccino swirls and dart, didn't know you'd touch my heart. Turning pages of a book, then you gave me that quick look. Time suspended in the air, fragranced with beans and something rare. Barista called your name out loud, watched you move through the crowd. Our fingers brushed when reaching for the sugar jar and nothing more. But in that second something changed, the ordinary rearranged. Your smile was brief, polite and kind, yet somehow stayed inside my mind. In that velvet hour we shared between the silence and this stare, a fleeting connection, sweet and small. Wondering if you felt it at all, steam rising from our separate seats. Two strangers in a world that meets for just a moment. Nothing planned, like holding water in your hand, like holding water in your street walking past, but we remain in our cocoon this accidental afternoon. Your laughter at some worn-out joke, the way the afternoon light broke through window panes onto your face, a momentary state of grace, and someone came to pick you up. You left your empty coffee cup, a gentle wave, you walked away into the ordinary day. I stayed to watch the rain fall down, dissolving footprints on the ground. The stranger once, a stranger still, but something lingers with me here. In that velvet hour we share between the silence and the stare, fading connection, sweet and small, wondering if you felt it at all. Steam rising from our separate seats, two strangers in a world that needs for just a moment nothing planned, like holding water in your walking down the avenue, streetlights paint my shadow blue. 1,000 windows glowing bright, but none of them are waiting tonight. Taxi cabs rush by my side, carrying strangers I'll never know. This city breathes, but I'm alone, searching for a place called home. Billboards whisper empty dreams, fluorescent signs and neon streams. The pavement knows my every step, these worn out shoes and deep regrets. Sirens singing lullabies to those who wander through the night. I'm just another face that fades when morning comes to end this phase. Underneath these concrete stars, I'm wondering who we are, lost inside this maze of light, trying to find warmth in the night. Every corner looks the same, anonymous without a name. In the city's gentle hum, I'm waiting for the sun to come. I'm waiting for the sun to come. Maybe tomorrow I'll belong, maybe I'll find where I fit, but tonight I'm just a silhouette, dancing with the loneliness. Penthouse parties way up high, champagne toast against the sky. Down here on the street below, I'm wrapped in echoes soft and slow. The set we rumbles underground, familiar to foreign sound. This urban symphony plays on while I keep walking till the dawn. Reflections in the puddles gleam, fragments of a distant dream. The city never sleeps, they say, but does it notice who stays or strays? I trace the skyline with my eyes, counting forward that touch the sky. Somewhere in the steel and stone beats a heart that's not alone. Underneath these concrete stars, I'm wondering who we are, lost inside this maze of light, trying to find warmth in the night. Every corner looks the same, anonymous to hold, wearing smiles like armor when your heart's running cold. But you don't have to be strong every single day. I'm here to catch you when you need to fall away. You've been everyone's lighthouse, shining through the dark. But lighthouses need harbor when they fall apart. So rest your weary shoulders, lay your worries down. I'll keep watch tonight while you stop holding ground. I'll be your steady anchor when the current's strong, the voice that says you're worthy when it all goes wrong. Through every doubt and shadow, every fear you face, I'm standing in your corner. I'm not leaving this place. You've carried so many, now let me carry you. That's what friends are for. That's what we do. Remember all those moments when you lifted me, when I was drowning slowly and you set me free. Now it's my turn to be the solid ground you need to water all your roots so you can grow and breathe. You're allowed to stumble, you're allowed to break, to show your cracks and scars and all the chances that you take. There's beauty in your struggle, strength in asking help. You don't have to be a hero all by yourself. I'll be your steady anchor when the current's strong, the voice that says you're worthy when it all goes wrong. Through every doubt and shadow, every fear you face, I'm standing in your corner. I'm not leaving this place. You've carried so many, now let me carry you. That's what friends are for. That's what we do.
Quarter past 2, the world's asleep, but I'm here with secrets to keep. Tuning through the AM band, searching for a voice to understand. Strangers calling in their pain, confessions in the midnight rain. The DJ's voice, a gentle guide through the darkness amplified. Songs I've never heard before, from decades past and distant shores. Jazz at midnight, blues at 3. This frequency belongs to me. The world shrinks to this small device, broadcasting someone else's life in the glow of analog. I'm connected through the fog, through the airwaves, through the night. Only voices hold me tight, invisible threads that weave and bend. Strangers become silent friends in the select electromagnetic sea. Floating signals comfort me, broadcasting hearts across the miles. Temporary, tender smiles. Dedications for the lost, messages at any cost. Someone's birthday far away, words they couldn't bring to say. The host read the letters sent by mail, handwritten human trails. These analog connections cure before the digital obscure. Signal fading in and out, whispers mixed with static shouts. Somewhere someone feels this too, staring at their ceiling blue. We're scattered but we're unified by these frequencies that glide through the atmosphere at night. Invisible but burning through the airwaves, through the night. Lonely voices hold me tight. Invisible threads that weave in breath. Strangers become silent friends. Since the electromagnetic sea, floating signals comfort me, broadcasting hearts across the miles. Temporary, tender single smile's thrill. Turned off all the noise and sat down with myself. No distractions, no escapes, no one else. Just me and all the thoughts I'd been avoiding for so long. The uncomfortable truths hiding in between the songs. It's strange how solitude can feel like coming home to parts of me I'd buried underneath the foam of constant motion, endless doing, always being on. But in this quiet space I'm finding what I've missed alone. In solitude's mirror I see clearly now the parts I've been neglecting. I'm learning how to sit with my own company without the need to flee. This inner landscape holds the map to who I'm meant to be. No filters, no performance, just the raw and real. In silence I discover what I truly feel. asking harder questions, getting honest answers back, confining all the versions of myself I tend to pack away in boxes labeled deal with later, maybe never. But growth lives in these moments when I'm brave enough to weather. There's power in the stillness, strength in turning inward bound, and learning that my own voice is the sweetest, truest sound. I don't need constant validation or external noise to know my worth, to find my path, to hear my inner voice. In solitude's mirror, I see clearly now the parts I've been neglecting. I'm learning how to stay with my own company without the need to flee. This inner landscape holds the map to who I'm meant to be. No filters, no performance, just the raw and real. In silence I discover what I truly feel.
Found wristbox beneath my bed, photographs and words unsaid, colors bleeding at the edge. Summer days we'd pledged. Your hair was longer than I remember, mine still dark in late December. We were fearless, we were young, every song had just begun. There's the pier where we first kissed, wrapped in evening's purple mist. Your grandmother's old backyard, when the world seemed less hard. Birthday candles, wishes made before the light began to fade. We didn't know what we had been, wish I could go back again. These frozen moments in my hands, captured smiles and future plans, faces young, their eyes so bright, before we learned to say goodbye. Faded colors, timeless truth, sepia stained, eternal youth. In these photographs I see who we were and who we'll never be. Like nobody could see, road trips to the ocean side, windows down and arms spread wide, graduation caps in air, promises we couldn't keep or share, the restaurant where you work nights, stealing fries under dim lights. Some faces I can't recall, some I wish I could forget it all, but most remind me who I was before the world showed me its flaws. We thought we'd stay this way forever, didn't know that always severs, but in these frames we still remain untouched by loss or any pain. with you.